Hey everyone, so welcome back to another video. Today we are going to solve reorder list. So we are going to be given a singly linked list, and we have to reorder it in a sequence like this. We have to first we will have L0, I mean L0, and then we will have L of n, okay, at position n or last element, and then we will have a second element which was the second in our normal list, and then we will have L of n minus 1, second last element, and then we will have a third element, and we will have n minus 2, that is our third last element. Okay, and because they are using indexing of 0 from 0 similar to array, linked list don't exactly have a, I mean they don't have a length property, or I mean at least singly linked list don't have a length property or indexes, but we can definitely change them using changing their pointers. Whenever we have a question of linked list, it's more about manipulating their pointers and changing the linked list the way we want, and less about creating a new link or so something like that. So whenever we have a problem based on linked list, first thing you should know is we are trying to manipulate pointers. Okay, and for this question I think the question is not that difficult to understand. We will be given a linked list of certain length, and we have to change it, or L0 will be at the same position, but then we will have L of n or last element, then we will have L of 1, and then L of n minus 1, and so on and so forth. And we do not have to modify, and we can't modify the values in the lists nodes, only nodes itself may be changed. So that simply means we have to work with pointers, because as you might know, linked lists are, I mean linked list points towards their next element. So that's why we can have as many elements as we want, and it allocates space whenever we need, unlike array. So it has some advantages and some disadvantages over array. And now let's look at solution. And one more thing, if you are confused, just rewind the video and try to first understand what the problem is, and then you can watch the solution. Okay, how I came up with solution. And now first thing we have to do is, uh, the approach I find interesting is, we will have, let's just say, we have 1 2 3 4. Okay, for example we have 1 2 and then 3 and then 4. So what we will do is we will just break down our linked list into two parts. So our 2 will point towards null, and then we'll have 3 and 4 will be pointing towards null because it will be our last element. So first of all we will just divide our linked list into two halves, and then we will reverse our second half, 4 and 3, and then we will merge them. Okay, first we will have our first element from first half, and then we will add our first element of second half, which will point towards a second element of first half, which will point towards our last element. So it will just give us our desired result 1 4 2 3, as you can see here. So that's what I'm going to do. And now let's have a look at our code implementation. How am I going to do this? Before I dive into the solution, we are going to reverse a linked list. So we are going to use a function, reverse function, which we will create by ourselves. So I will try to explain that function, and it is easy, but this question might be little confusing if you haven't solved any linked list problems before and trying to solve this. So what I would suggest is try to solve how to reverse a linked list and try to understand the problem, and I will try to, will definitely explain that part as well. So first, I think I will just write a reverse function for reversing a linked list, and we will do rest part later. First let's write a reverse function. So we will have a list node head. Okay, and if our head dot next is equals to null, then we will just return head. Okay, head dot, or if head is equals to null, so we will just return head, and then we will have our list node reversed list is equals to reverse head dot next, and then we will have head dot next is equals to head dot next is equals to null, and return reverse list. Okay, so what are we doing exactly here? We are just trying to reverse a linked list. This is a recursive approach. There's also an iterative approach, and this is not a video for how to reverse a linked list. So I will not go into too much depth. I will just say this, that what we are doing here is we are just recursively trying to reverse our whole linked list, and you can trace the program and do a dry run and try to see how it works. But our head.next.next is for example, it's like 1 points toward 2, which points towards 3. So our 1 will now, after this line of code, point toward 1 will point toward, or 1, not 1 but 2 will point toward 1. 2 will point toward 1. So we have kind of reversed the flow, because now 2 is pointing towards 1, and after this our head will not point anywhere. Head will point towards null, and if you look at it, that's what should happen, because one is last element after in a reversed linked list, so it should point towards null. So basically that's what we are doing recursively, and that's how our algorithm works. And if you are confused, I might make another video on how to reverse a linked list in future, but I think it's fairly straightforward. And this is not a video dedicated to how to reverse a linked list, so let's focus on our problem. And now we have a reorder list. Let's have a look at our main method, which I mean our reorder list, which we were given initially. So what are we going to do is, we will first of all just have a check if our head is null, or head dot next is null. If it is, we will just return from a method, because as you can see here, it returns void, it doesn't return anything, so we can't return head. And now we will just have a list node. Okay, we will just have a list node start is equals to head, so it will maintain a pointer at our head, which we will know where our list linked list starts. And then we will have another list node, which we will call slow is equals to head as well initially, and we will have another list node fast, which will be equal to head as well, and we will have another list node called previous, which will be equal to null. And now we will have a while loop, while or fast is not equal to null, and of fast dot next is not equal to null as well. And now what we are going to do is, we are going to find the middle part of our linked list using this fast and slow linked list or pointers. So how are we going to do this is, our previous would be equal to slow, and our fast would be equal to fast dot next, and our slow would be equal to slow dot next. So what we are doing here is basically, we are just moving a fast pointer twice as fast as slow pointer, and because it's moving at half the speed of fast pointer, it will be at it will be at perfect middle point of our linked list when we will reach end of our linked list. With a fast pointer, our slow pointer would be perfectly at the middle. For example, we have 1 2 3 and 4 or 5. Okay, doesn't matter. So in the first iteration, our previous would be equal to 1, and our fast would be equal to fast dot next, which is 3, and our slow would be equal to 2, and in next iteration of fast would be equal to null and our slow would be equal to 3. So it's may, and then we can divide it. So we will have two parts, and we will have middle part. We'll find a perfect middle part for our linked list, and our previous will point to the end of our first linked list. Okay, and now we can just delete it, and now we will have another list node which will be our reversed slow, because remember we have to reverse our second part of the linked list to get our perfect answer. So it will be equal to reverse of slow, and as we have already written the slow function, it's not a big deal. And now we will need another function, our main one of the main functions. We have three methods here. So our another method would be merge method, which will merge or start comma reverse slow. And also one more thing we have to do, previous dot next is equals to null. So what this does is it will just perfectly divide our linked list into two separate parts, because as you can see here, our start will definitely point at the head of our linked list. So it will be start of first part. Okay, and then our slow will be start of our second part. Okay, so it will be the start of our second part, because it divides our linked list into two parts. And as you saw with in our example previously, 1 2 3 4, so it will divide into 1 2 and 3 4, and it will point towards 3, our slow pointer. And so that's why it is our start of second part. And our fast node is the end of our second part, because it's complete, it points towards the complete end. For example, our linked list is of 1 2 3 4, so it will point towards the null actually. And that's why, so it will be our end of second part. And of previous, it will be our start of second part, because it is just a previous element to our slow. Sorry, end of for not start, but end of our first part. It's end of our first part. And that's how we divide our array into two, sorry, array linked list, not array, I'm extremely sorry, linked list into two different parts, two different sections. And here we reverse our linked list, and then we merge or start or first half and second half, which is reversed, and reversed second half. So let me write another method, private void. It won't return anything, it will just merge or linked lists, and it will be or list node node 1, let's call it node 1. And it will have our list node node 2. And what we will do is we will have a while loop, and while our node 1 is not equal to null, we will have two list nodes or node 1 underscore next is equals to node 1 dot next. And we will have another list node 2 underscore next, which will point to node 2 dot next. Okay, and now we will have, what we will do is our node 1 dot next will be equals to node 2, because remember what we are doing here is, let's just say our initial array was 1 2 3, not array, linked list, sorry for that. So we have just now divided it into two parts, 1 2, and reversed this 3 4 3. Okay, this is our new couple of linked list. And now we are adding 1 and 3 in our linked list, 1 merging 3, and then it 2 will come, and then 4 will come. So we will do that. So that's why our node1 dot next will be equal to node2, and here we will have a check if our node1 underscore next is equal to null node1 underscore next, because remember here we are changing our reference to node2, so we have to use this element or this variable, list node variable. We will just return from our method, and now our node2 dot next is equals to node 1 underscore next, and our node 2 is equals to node 2 underscore next, and our node 1 is equals to node 1 underscore next. So this is just doing what I explained you. For example, I will just explain this again and again because I think this might be a little confusing if you have not worked with this kind of problems in 3 and 4. So we first of all we divide it into two separate parts. It will point to, or 2 will point to null. Okay, so that's what we are doing, and we are passing here 4 and 3. Okay, so in first iteration, or node 1 next will point to 2, and node 2 next will point to 3, and then our node 1 dot next would be, and first of all let's see what is the solution we are looking for. Our solution we are looking for is 1 4, and then 2 and 3. Okay, as you can see here, 1 4 2 and 3. So similarly, on first iteration, our next node will be equal to 2, and this will be equal to 3, and our node 1 dot next in our merger will become node 1 dot next will become, our node 1 is 1 and its next value will point to node 2, which means it will point to 2, and now it will just have a check if our node 1 next is equal to null, which still points towards node 1 next, which still points towards 2. Oh, I'm so sorry, not 2, it just point towards 4, but our I mean this our node 1 dot next will now point towards 4, but our node 1 next element or next variable will point towards 2. It will still point towards 2, and it will just check if it's equal to null, we will just return. Okay, and it's a mandatory test, you can think of it that way. And then we have node 2 dot next is equals to node 1. So our node 2 dot next, which means our node 2 is 4, and node 2 dot next is equal to node 1 next, and our node 1 next was 2 initially, as you might remember, so it will point towards 2, and then our node 1 will point to, or node 2 will point to node 1 next, which is sorry, node 2 will point to node 2 next, which is 3, and our node 1 will point to node 1 next, which is 2. And now in our second iteration, when we come here, our node 1 dot next will become node 2, right? I mean now these values will change again, or these values both will be null, because we don't have any value next to 2 and 3, so both will be null. So node 1 next and node 2 next are pointing towards null, but our node 1 and node 2 are not pointing towards null, they are pointing towards 2 and 3 respectively. Node 1 points towards 2 and node 3 is pointing towards 3. So our node 1, since it point towards 2, our 2 dot next will become node 2, which is 3. So it will complete our program and it will just do what we want it to do. And now we have our desired result, and it will just merged, I mean it did its job. Okay, so I think and yeah, that's it. Now we can run the code and let's see if it works perfectly as we expect it to. And pending and compile error. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. I forgot to mention the return type list node, and here we are not checking, we are assigning. So we have to do previous dot next is equals to null. Sorry for my mistakes. Finished, yeah. And we got the right answer as you can see here. And now let's submit our code, and it's accepted. So thank you for watching my video. I think this was I mean, I don't think it's a tough one if you have solved how to reverse a linked list and other problems related to linked list. At least if you have solved 2 to 3 problems on lead code related to linked list, this was relatively easy. You might have to think a bit, and initially it might seem a little difficult, but when you try to solve it, there are other approaches as well, less efficient. I think you can definitely come up with them. I definitely did. I came up with a kind of a brute force approach, which was I mean, which was exceeding time limit. But then this was a perfect approach. You can think of it that way. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment if you want some other type of content. And thank you. We will meet in next video.